Hello, I am James Green of Uber Solar, and quite often we get questions about geysers. Now, in South Africa, we normally have solar geysers, electric geysers, high pressure and low pressure geysers, and in places like the United States and in New Zealand, they have geysers where you have large squirts of steam coming out of the ground. Why the South African hot water heating systems are called geysers, I really don't know. So when we look at geysers, people ask, can they use their existing electric geysers? And the answer is yes. Up till September 2018, you had what were called Class E geysers, and they had considerably less insulation than the solar geysers, which were normally put on top of roofs. And that was the reason they actually had more insulation, was to ensure that the heat loss was less when they were outside. But from September 2018, new regulations were brought in, which resulted in the geysers being called Class B geysers, where the criteria for heat loss was an improvement of 100%, so very significant. And in fact, the standards which we now have in South Africa are higher than anywhere in Europe. So a Class B geyser is very, very similar to a solar geyser in the sense of the heat loss characteristics. In fact, it's probably even better nowadays than most solar geysers. Now, when you look at the various different types of geysers, in our case, what we do is we use actually retrofits a lot of the time, where we use your existing geyser, which may be Class E or Class B. On complete systems, we always put in a new geyser. But the system from a solar perspective still works well enough. The other types of systems you can get are integrated. Now, integrated geysers are the higher levels of insulation. They sit on the roof. They normally have the evacuated tubes going into the tank. They are considered pretty ugly by a lot of people, and consequently, in clusters or areas where they're body corporates, they're normally not allowed. And it's also the same case for close coupled systems, where they are normally thermosiphonic. The tank is normally higher up than the solar collector, and it's using that principle of heat rises. So in summary, today, what we have is a situation where your electric geyser, which can be bought from Plumblink or Builders Warehouse or a number of the hardware stores, it is essentially the same heat loss characteristics or better than the solar geysers which you used to get. And with that, I'd like to say thank you for listening. If you have any questions, as usual, get in touch with us. Happy to answer them, and hopefully you now feel more comfortable if you're looking at the problem relating to geysers. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.